Gina. Welcome back to Tight Shit Mama. Today's topic comes from a friend of mine, and she asked, what do I do with all the kids' artwork? And I thought, okay, we can do this. And I'm going to try to tackle this along with you if you're dealing with a lot of kids' artwork. And I will tell you, having kind of been through kids and having a 13-year-old now, after first grade, I found that it really, really drops off significantly. So don't be too quick to get rid of everything, because there will come a day where you open the backpack and there isn't any artwork. So love it or leave it. I don't know. It's what's coming down the road for most of us. So I don't think I can talk about anything that has to do with my kids and saving things without introducing all of you to the special bin. So this is what I call the special bin. And each of my kids has one, and it's what they are allowed to have for the first 18 years of their life. And when they get their first apartment, that bin leaves my house. Whatever fits in that bin is what they can keep. Some things in the bin are what I've decided that we're going to keep. For instance, the outfit they came home from the hospital in, the hospital bracelets, class photos, that sort of thing. But then the kids like to keep their artwork too. So I don't care. Whatever they want to keep, they can keep as long as it fits in that bin. And when the bin is full, they have to go through it and decide, do I really love this enough to keep it, or do I love it more than something else? And that'll be a theme that you'll pick up on in Tight Shit Mama too, is that anything that you're bringing into your house, you have to decide, do I love it more than what's already here? And I kind of stick to a one in, one out rule, but we'll get into that in a different video. Right now, we're going to talk about kids' art. I am a complete art lover. So this is a tough topic for me because I like to keep the artwork. And I'm going to take you on a little tour of my house after this intro and show you how I display their artwork and what I keep. I think the first thing is to set a criteria. Otherwise, you are just going to be inundated with art. And especially if you've got a couple kids, it's just going to be coming out the wazoo. And my kids produce art every single day. So obviously we can't keep it all. So what are we going to keep? My first criteria is, does it have a handprint? I'm a sucker for their little handprints or a footprint. So right away, that kind of goes in my keep category. Anything that's what I would dub original art, you know, something that they've painted, something that they've made out of clay. I love all of that kind of stuff. And I believe in featuring it in the home. So you'll see that again once we get started. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of what I have kept. This is a pile of artwork. Now again, it's not a ton considering we have 4 kids. And a lot of it is different holiday things because I will decorate with it and I rotate the artwork that's on display with the season. So, but I'm going to show you the differences in the art that maybe you can decide for yourself what you want to keep. I'm not here to tell you what you can keep and what you can't keep. It's totally up to you. It's how much room you have in your house. And I think whatever you want is fine as long as it doesn't bother you. If it's getting to be out of control and you're feeling overwhelmed, then it's time to say, okay, what are we going to do? So, for instance, this guy is really cute. It's a turkey, and I've kept it because I'll display it at Thanksgiving time. But to show you the difference, here is an Easter one that's hand-painted, hand-drawn, and I'll use this at Easter time to display. And it's just the difference in the medium and the quality, you know, same kid, so something is getting saved, but I might be ready to part with this guy. Another thing, a pumpkin that's just cut out from probably, you know, something they did in class that was busy work, seat work, that kind of thing. And it was probably something to do with learning how to use scissors. And it's cute, but again, it's not baby Jesus in a handprint. Cute, right? I can't part with this ever, ever. So that's the difference I'm talking about. This versus this. So that's kind of how I judge things. Here's one last example. This I think is just so beautiful in its simplicity. I think it looks like something that you would buy, you know, mass produced. I love that, and I would display this at Christmas time and through January versus this thing. I love you to pieces too, but not enough to keep this. Okay, that's my criteria. So I would recommend starting with some sort of criteria that you're gonna stick to. Mine is handprints and original works of art that's just not photocopy papers. Okay, let's go on a tour of the house and I'll show you some other ways that I display the art. Oh, wait. This is one way. So we have an art teacher at our school that's really good about every year submitting artwork to Square One. And it's a fundraiser for our school, and you can choose all sorts of products to have your kids' artwork put on. But she decides what image is going on for that year, and I always like whatever she picks. So I decided from the beginning I was going to stick to one thing, and I chose mugs. In hindsight, I would have picked Christmas ornaments because I think it'd be really cute to have a whole tree of their ornaments now. But I'm going with the mugs, and it's fun to start my day every day deciding which mug I'm going to use, and I love their artwork. So it's a joy to start the day that way. Okay, let's go on a tour of the house. One of the things we like to do as a family is go to art museums, and I don't know if you can tell what masterpiece this one is, but it was done by my daughter when she was about 3 years old, and we went to the art museum and we had them sit with a journal and draw and just kind of take in the art that's around them. I love my kids to appreciate beautiful things. And this was her inspiration. So then I bought, this is just a note card that I bought from the gift shop because that was the painting, Van Gogh's Sunflowers, that she copied. But I just thought it was so sweet how she did it and how simple it is. I love the simplicity of it. And that's just in a dollar store frame. Okay, this is my messy sewing room, but I'm in the middle of, if you saw my decluttering video of my wardrobe, I'm making a new beach cover-up, so that's why it's so messy. But this ladder that's hanging was from my great-grandfather, who I never knew, but I just hung it down here. This is my basement, and this is another way that I display the kids' artwork. I just hang it by little clips, and this is where I rotate seasonally. And some of the things stick around all year. But this whole room is my happy place. That's a piece that I actually did in high school. This is a piece done by our cousin based off of photos from our honeymoon that he did. Those are some of the kids' stuff. The elephant I did. That lady is a thrift store find. Some more thrift store finds. The guitar was made by my dad. And just some more artwork from the kids up there. And it's just hanging on little clips, as you can see, that I can very easily rotate out. This picture was actually done by my grandmother in 8th grade. And my sister had this framed for me after my grandmother passed away, and it is one of my favorite things in my house because I just think it is absolutely stunning, and it's down here in my sewing room, and she was one of the only people I knew that sewed when I was a kid, and I just love it, and someday I'd actually like to make that dress just to see how it would go. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of our home and our kids' artwork on display. There's no right or wrong way to display your kids' art. I think they are only little for such a short time, so why not enjoy it? Why not frame a few things? Maybe you have a tradition where whatever they bring home on the first day of school, that's what you keep and that's what you frame. Maybe if it's, you know, a certain color, that's what you keep. There's no right or wrong. It's really whatever you decide. It's your home. Make it beautiful. But I do believe in showcasing your kids' artwork and keeping a few things framing them and enjoying them, and let them know that what they create is beautiful and appreciated by the whole family. And the value has nothing to do with it. Some of the greatest art is the stuff that our kids come home from preschool with. So enjoy. I hope that answered your question. You know who you are. And I think I'm actually going to sit here and purge a little bit myself. And if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. I'm Gina. This is Tight Ship Mama. I talk about running your home like a tight ship, using the 5 practices of getting out of debt, meal planning, decluttering, implementing routines, and a little personal development. I'll see you next Monday.